Welcome to Adventures with Capt Ray Kelly. This is primarily a drone show. We'll be sharing adventures from all over the world. We hope to have interesting guests every week, and we're glad that you tuned in tonight. We'll be flying different drones in different locations. We encourage viewer participation in the chat. If you have a question, don't be afraid to ask. Every week we'll have another interesting guest. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. We'll be sharing various adventures by our guests as well as myself. And thank you for joining us tonight. Hi, welcome everybody. Welcome to Adventures with Capt Ray Kelly live. It's Monday night, and I have another great live stream scheduled. And thank you all for watching. I really appreciate it. If you saw the Facebook post, you know who my special guest is. It's Willis Reese, and he's the founder of the Sunshine State Drone Expo, and he's going to be telling us all about it. But he's in the back room right now. He's enjoying the shrimp and lobster. And I can't wait to have him come on. But I tell you, I've been busy, you know. I ended up flying Sunrise yesterday with Rob Kamada at a secret spot, of course. Yeah, the Jones Beach Water Tower. It's also known as the Pencil here on Long Island. And I got a quick flight in. And then Rob and I, of course, went out for breakfast afterwards at the Lighthouse Diner, and we had a good time. But you know, that's what these meetups are more or less about. Really, it's not really flying; it's meeting up with the other drone pilots. And I always love meeting with Rob. He's a great guy. And then at the last minute last night, I ended up saying to myself, "Well, looks like there's going to be a nice sunset. So let me call up Jeff Norman, and maybe he'll be interested in flying a sunset flight." So he said he would love to, and we went down to Mount Sinai Harbor here on Long Island and flew to sunset. But it was a busy day yesterday, but we had a great time. Always great to spend time with the other drone pilots, you know. But again, I got a great crowd, and I really appreciate you guys watching. I do. I'm totally shocked that you're watching old fart, you know, like myself. And believe me, I'm an old fart. But anyway, John, Connecticut Pirate, he was number one. He checked in this afternoon. Always good to see John. And Paul, he was number two. Paul Brown, Wedging Big. And Ashley Brown, number three, right behind him. And then it was John Olson. How you doing, John? Good to see you. And Angel, the Drone Guy 42. How you doing tonight? And Warren Akirasho, always good to see you. And Jaybird's in the house. How you doing, Jaybird? Joe, always good to see you. And Lee, Yellow Rose Drones watching. How you doing, Lee? And if I go too fast, I'll miss the names. Bear with me. Sergeant Rock's in the house. How you doing? And George Kelly's watching all the way in Wisconsin. Thank you, George. Dusty's watching. He's on the west coast of Florida. And looking forward to seeing him again at the South Florida Drone Meetup with his son. He brings his son, Cameron. And that's a big focus that we have at the South Florida Drone Meetup, is to get children involved in flying drones. And Dusty came with his son, and I was so glad to see that. And they're coming back in April for the 4th annual South Florida Drone Meetup. But anyway, Brian, Waypoint New England's in the house. And I know I saw Joe Blaylock. How you doing, Joe? Good to see you. And Barkley, number 107. Drones. He's in the house. He's also number 107 on the South Florida Drone Meetup list. And by the way, we are almost at that number. We're up to 91 people that have given commitments that they're coming. So I'm pretty sure we're going to get to number 107 and 108, which is Genesee. So, but anyway, Fly Guy Merrill's watching tonight. How you doing, Merrill? Good to see you. Jerry Bauer's in the house. He's probably packing up too because he's a snowbird. You know, he'll be going down to Florida for the winter, like me. And the days, I'm down to 3 days. I leave Thursday to go down to Florida, and I'm looking forward to it. I left a couple of the drones out so I could just show you the Mavic 3, but this is going with me to Florida. And I even ended up flying the Mini 3 Pro today. I put it up, got some shots of the neighborhood here and the fall colors. But anyway, that's going to Florida too with me. So, and I have my Air 2S down there. So I'm going to have a good time flying drones in Florida. But let me see. I don't want to miss anybody. I saw Ronnie. Ronnie, God bless America. How you doing? And Ronnie's coming to the South Florida Drone Meetup with his wife. And I'm glad to see that. It'll be his first time there. And Ronnie, let me tell you, you're going to love it. You're going to love all the drone pilots that you get to meet because they're all great guys and girls, you know. But anyway, let me see who else is in the chat. Mr. JRC's, and I missed him, you know. I told him about one of my secret spots here on Long Island because he was up visiting. And I told him about it, and he went down and flew it. So I was glad about that. But anyway, always good to see Mr. JRC's. Maddie's in the house. How you doing, Maddie? Good to see you. And Maddie and I and the rest of the drone committee decided that we're going to have a little FPV contest too this year. We're going to have a video contest for the best FPV flight 1 minute or less, and they're going to get, you know, an award. We'll decide. It's got to be 1 minute or less. Can't be like 1 minute 5, like Mark Fisher one year, and he was disqualified. But anyway, we'll have some fun with that, and of course, we'll have the regular video contest too, which is 1 minute or less. So, but anyway, let me get back to a few more names, and I know our guest. He said he might be a little late, and because he was coming home, but he was in the back room, and he'll be in very shortly. So I saw Andrew's in the house. How you doing, Andrew? And Charles Goluski. Always good to see you. Stephen Drones, how you doing? And Paul Reed is watching. How you doing, Paul? And Paul is one of the sponsors of the South Florida Drone Meetup. Next year, he has agreed to donate a Eagle View Aerial V71 Pro tablet, you know, and we want to say thank you to Paul. It's going to be a great raffle prize. And I tell you, the raffle prizes will be starting to roll in, and it's amazing because we usually get so many of them. Hey, Jim Beauchart's in the house. How you doing, Jim? Good to see you. He's watching all the way up in Canada. And Captain Joe is watching. How you doing? He's watching down in Louisiana. Ron Brown's in the house tonight. Always good to see Ron and have a celebrity among us, you know. But anyway, don't forget to watch Drone Nation with him and Marcus Crawford and DeMarco Moore. And they might even have a couple of special guests on tonight, me being one of them. And Chris Hope is the other one. So be sure to tune in at 9 p.m. to Drone Nation. But anyway, and I don't think I missed anybody. I hate it when I do, so I apologize ahead of time if I've missed anybody. But before I bring in the guest, I want to share a recent video that I had. I had a mini meetup with John Olson and Paul Zenz here on Long Island, and we went to a new secret spot. You know me and my secret spots. But anyway, I just want to share a little of that video now because
we're going to go to the community of Shirley to a brand new 100-acre park called Patriots Preserve.
That's the secret spot, Patriots Preserve. But it's great, brand new
Hi,
park.
welcome to Adventures with Captain Ray Kelly. I'm here at Patriots Preserve. It's a brand new 100-acre park in Shirley, New York, out on Long Island. And I'm going to fly my Mavic 3, and you'll never guess who I'm with today. I'm with Paul and John. How you guys doing?
Okay, how are you?
So, what do you think of this location?
Oh, it's beautiful.
They've done a real nice job there.
We should have some nice flights right here. Hopefully there's some fall colors.
Yes.
No? We'll see.
We're getting there.
All right, let's send the birds up.
Thank you.
Here we go. Paul's taking off. There he goes. He's up and out of here.
This was really a great park. I enjoyed it. And Paul flies a Ritchie drone.
All right, there's John. Get ready to go. There 2S. There we go. He's up and out of here.
Good to see John flying. And of course, I had the Mavic 3. And you know I love it. But this was a real nice little lake here. And they got a walking trail all around the lake. You can ride bikes on it.
The park has a nice playground for children and a large gazebo with 6 picnic tables. It really is a beautiful park.
Hey, Michael. How you doing? Good to see you.
And this walkway to get to the other side of the lake is nice. Paul, John, and I were really having a great day flying drones here at the park.
This was really, really, it's always fun flying at a new location. But look at this place.
A flock of Canadian geese landed on the lake, so I wanted to get some shots of them.
I tried actually to follow them with the drone, but I couldn't get them in the shot. I had to wait until they landed. But there had to be 20 of them.
Please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel now. And hit the little bell to be notified of our new videos. It wasn't that much fall foliage color.
All right.
But it was still great to
But
be
anyway,
flying here.
I'm getting a text from our special guest, and he's almost finished with the shrimp and lobster. So I'm going to be bringing him in very shortly. And he's going to end up telling us all about the Sunshine State Drone Expo.
How's that for a quick flight?
And as you guys know,
I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoy reading your comments, so please let me know.
I've been trying to keep my videos
And as always,
under 5 minutes. So, you know. And that one I did. But anyway, and when the guest comes in, if anybody has any questions, please put them in the chat. He should be in very shortly. I don't know. He was having a little trouble logging in. And I'll send them the link one more time, just in case. went to cyberspace, but he said he was back there. And I went to the Sunshine State Drone Expo last year, and it was a awesome event. So let me just double check here. I'll be right back. And yep, he'll be in shortly. He's having trouble. He's telling me there's a little duck in the corner. So he must be on StreamYard. But anyway, hopefully he'll figure it out. But in the meantime, I'm going to show the video, a little of the video that I but anyway, and in the meantime, I'll tell everybody about the South Florida Drone Meetup. We're going to have our 4th annual South Florida Drone Meetup in Jensen Beach again. We're going to have it at the Jensen Beach Causeway Park, and it's free to attend. And if you are going to come, please let me or somebody else on the Drone Meetup Committee know that you're coming. I'll add you to the list because we're going to pick a name, and somebody's going to win a prize based on the number on the list. So be sure to do that. But like I said, we have a few raffle prizes already that have been people have told me that they're going to donate. And speaking of which, Rob yesterday, he's going to donate a Triple Tech tablet along with some other items, and that was so nice of Rob to do that. And I know we'll have some drones to give away, and we always have hats and T-shirts, and it's always a good time. But it's not all about winning, the prizes. It's about sharing the knowledge with the other drone pilots, and just the camaraderie in general. And while I'm talking about that, we're going to have some entertainment. We're going to have Dennis Lovelady performing for us again, singing, because everybody knows he's the singing droner, And Dennis, I love watching him on Saturday and Sunday mornings when he flies the drone and he plays the ukulele and he sings for us. But he'll be entertaining us at the 4th annual South Florida Drone Meetup. And I want to say thank you to Dennis. And, Jeff Norman was also gracious enough to offer to give the editing presentation at next year's meetup. And Jeff is an awesome photographer and editor, and I know everybody's going to enjoy his presentation and hopefully learn a lot, because Jeff likes to share his knowledge. So I got to say thank you to Jeff. And while I'm talking about the meetup, I got to say thank you to Brad, because Brad also agreed to make the lanyard ID holders for us again, along with the coasters, and people love getting this. And Pilot Institute also agreed to give us lanyards. So the first 125 will receive a Pilot Institute lanyard. And I got to say thank you to Greg from Pilot Institute. So, and like I said, I'm going to show a little bit of the Sunshine State Drone Expo right now, and then Reese is going to be in very shortly, and he's going to tell us all about it. You'll hear it from him firsthand.
adventure, we head to St. Petersburg, Florida, where I attended the Sunshine State Drone Expo.
This was really cool. It was a cool event. I had no idea it was going to be this big. I was on the road at 4:30 a.m. and I arrived at St. Petersburg at 8. And I'll have to try to fast forward it. But they had a nice opening ceremony. Yep. They have the Civil Air Patrol cadets. And I might add
All
that
right, everybody.
Reese is in
What
charge
you're
of
going to see
them.
here today is the second gathering of this event. It was very small last year. It's doubled in size this year. We're planning for it to double or triple again for next year. We're just going to keep doing this until we fill this entire area with drones and things. We're happy to have the kids come out and the adults to see what technology is doing for our future now, and the things that your kids are learning now, so that they can be a part of this and so they can fill the jobs that this technology is going to bring.
I was there to represent the
Yep.
South Florida
South
Drone
Florida
Meetup
Drone
Group
Meetup.
and tell everybody about the third annual South Florida Drone Meetup,
We had a little table
which
there.
will be held in Jensen Beach, Florida on April 1st, 2023, and it's free to attend, so come join us.
Hey, Hot Rod, how you doing? Bob Casey. Bob Casey's in the
All right,
house.
so anyway, the St. Petersburg Police Department drone unit
This was my
here,
favorite,
and
right here.
this is their SWAT vehicle right behind me, and we're going to go see if we can talk to one of the pilots and tell us all about it. Your name?
Yeah, I'm Detective Daniel Hager with the St. Petersburg Police Department. I'm part of our tactical support unit, which is attached to our SWAT team. And right now we're just showing off some of our robotics and our drones. So right now we've got our Boston Dynamics Spot walking around. We also have our Skydio drones and a couple other robots kind of sitting on our table over here.
Yep. Look at this robotic dog.
All right, so anyway, let's take a look. Let's see what's in this vehicle. This is where the raid team usually sits.
Yeah.
Going to the location. And they got the ram, the door ram right there. And pretty impressive. That's all I can say. Pretty impressive. Ballistic shields. Your name?
My name is Michael Den Hartog from Florida Drone Supply. I'm out here
This
representing
was
both
cool
Florida Drone Supply
because
and the FAA
I got a
team,
chance to fly
teaching
the
individuals
M30.
about UAS
It was
operations
really cool.
and what these aircraft can do.
I'm
and
getting
how to
some
fly them.
messages from
What drones
Willis
you got
Reese.
out
He's
there?
having a
So we
problem
have
starting
pretty much
on.
every drone that's made by DJI out here currently. This one we're looking at here is the
So
M300.
I'm going to tell
On
him,
top is the ZenMuse P1 with the H20T and the GL60.
click on the link in the
bottom.
chat.
Over here we have the Matrice 30 with the PA horn and spotlight on the top. Over here we have on the table here the Avata, which I was going to take off here.
Yep.
And then the older M210, Matrice 210 down there.
If he don't come in, then I'll open it up to everybody.
Inspire, the Mavic line. Then on the far end we have the Teal Golden Eagle. And then we've got the parent Anafi USA and Anafi AI in the front.
I was lucky enough to fly the DJI M30T drone.
Yep.
It's an awesome drone.
This was great.
Your name?
Amelia, and today I'm here helping my daddy teaching
she was
people
so
how to
cute,
fly
too.
drones and showing them each and different drone and showing them the different controls.
And you fly the Avata too?
Yeah, I'm about to fly it, so I just need to switch the batteries really quick.
Very cool, very cool. All right, anyway, here's fly motion right here. And look at this. Got the dogs over here, they're sleeping. And look at this
Yeah.
thing out. Look at this truck. Whoa, look at that. And they got the SWAT vehicles over here. And look at this. Look what they got up there.
Hey, Lambo, Brett, how you doing? Good to see you. All right, Hot Rod. I'm gonna bring you in, and then hopefully Reese will be able to come in.
Look at this. Very, very nice. Your name?
Justin Swartz. So I work for a
And
company
then we'll
called
get
Fly
back to
Motion,
this
which is all
video
this awesome gear that you see out
if he
here.
comes in.
We specialize in unmanned systems for public safety, government, and defense. So we've got a multitude.
So we got to go to Plan B tonight, and Plan B will be to welcome in a surprise guest, and I gotta say he's one of the best FPV drone pilots there is. So he's brand new at it, actually, guys. So give Hot
Yeah,
Rod,
I was gonna say
Arizona,
best. No, I
warm
can keep it
welcome.
off. I can keep it off the ground. That's about as much as I'll say.
Well, welcome and thank you for popping in.
Yeah,
I'm
sure.
sorry we had those little technical difficulties with Willis. But Hot Rod, you're always a great guest on the live stream, so thank you for
Oh, you're
popping
welcome.
in.
I wanted to
So
pop
tell
in and tell you,
us.
stay in New York. Stay in New
Yeah.
York. The weather
Why?
sucks in
Why?
Florida right now. It's just ugly.
I heard it's windy and rainy down there.
Windy, rainy, like 30-mile-an-hour gusts, and it's going to stay this way at least in the Daytona area till like Saturday, at least. We probably will
Really?
see the sun till Saturday. That's how bad it is down here right now. No
I
flying.
don't know. I can't figure this out, really.
You can go fishing. No
I'm
flying.
looking forward to it. I get so excited when I go down to Florida. I look forward to flying drones down there. I look forward to fishing and boating, and I know I'm gonna love it down there.
So the question is, when are you going to do the Avata? I mean,
Oh.
like everybody else around has done the Avata. Why haven't you gotten to the Avata yet?
Yeah. Well, I've been thinking about it, and I may put it on my Christmas list. I've been a good boy, so I may ask Santa for it. But I don't want to keep, Reese must not have wanted to give up the shrimp and lobster because he finally showed up in the back room and he's ready to come on. No, it must have been the link. So give Willis Reese a warm welcome. How you doing, Willis?
I'm doing good. How are you, sir?
Well, thank you for joining us tonight. I'm sorry for the difficulties. I don't know what happened.
I think I got into an old show link is what happened. I think that's what it was. For some reason, I think it may have been holding on to the last link where I had been on before. So.
Oh yeah, that could happen. Yeah. So well, anyway, welcome, and Willis. This is Hot Rod in Daytona. He's one of the best FPV pilots.
No. I'm a newbie. Very much a newbie.
Can you thread the needle there?
Depends on which needle you're threading.
But anyway,
depends on how big that gap is. If it's with the Avata, it can be a really tiny gap.
Chain link
with the
fence.
motion controller.
Chain link fence.
Well, Willis,
not quite that small.
I gotta say thank you. I know you're busy, especially now. You're coming down to the wire with the Sunshine State Drone Expo.
Yeah, it's close.
Every day you're putting up new posts that there's new vendors that are confirmed.
Yeah.
So maybe you could tell the viewers in the chat all about this Sunshine State Drone Expo and how it became about.
Well, this is our third annual coming up, and each year it's just getting bigger. About 6 years ago, I kind of got the idea by attending a STEAM event over at MacDill Air Force Base, and I saw a truck that was brought there by Fly Motion. So Fly Motion was there, and I saw what they were doing. They put up a nice display, had a truck out there, lots of twinkling lights and drones and infrared and all kinds of stuff with big screen TVs. And I thought, man, this would be great to bring back to the school where I work with my children and show them these amazing things that drones are doing. Well, I got their card and I started talking with them, and pretty soon we started adding other people, and we had more ideas and thoughts, and we said, well, gosh, we could turn this into a safety event. We got with the FAA. I became a drone pro with the FISDO out of Tampa.
Okay.
And, we thought, well, we can promote drone safety and at the same time show people what's going on that's good with drones in the world. So it's kind of has that dual purpose that it took on. And since then, we changed the name. It was originally a Drone Safety Expo. We changed the name to Sunshine State Drone Expo. We now have about 70 partners, most of them big industry, drone industry, everything from Raytheon, Motorola, Fly Motion, Florida Drone Supply, you name it. We got so many things. And then we added, a lot of stuff to get the kids involved this year. Last year we had rocket drones. Rocket drones didn't decide to come back, so we brought in the Fab Lab from
Okay.
I can't remember now. I've got so many names. AMROC, the AMROC Fab Lab, and we brought in some other partners with them that now they're going to take over the whole gymnasium and have this really great interactive thing with the kids to run through these courses, and obstacle courses and what have you. But there's going to be a lot to see out there. You're going to be able to get your hands on a real commercial grade drone,
Right.
like Florida Drone Supply brings up their Matrix and the different DJI drones, and you can actually fly one and see what that feels like. If you've never had one in your hands before, they'll let you try it out. We've got a whole bunch of craziness going on our main stage this year with Florida Highway Patrol and the Southern Manatee Fire District hazmat team is coming up. So we got Duke Energy and just so many different great live main acts going on where they're going to be demonstrating some just really cool things of what drones are doing in society today that's good.
Well, I tell you, I was so impressed when I went last year. I really, I didn't know what it was going to be like, but when I went, I said, "Wow, look at this! This is some event." And
Yeah.
you should be very proud, and I'm sure you're very proud.
I can't even believe what we've created with this, and we've managed to make it and keep it free to the public and free to all of our vendors. We're not charging a dime. The school district that I work for supports it, and they're behind it for what it can do for the community and what it does for bringing our students and our community together and the drone community at large. So everybody in the district and all of our business partners are behind this thing and really pumping it up and making something out of it. So even I stood around in awe. I mean, I knew what I was building when I was building it, but then standing there in the middle of it, I was like, wow, this is far more than I expected it to be.
Well, I'll tell you, like I said, I was very impressed. I really was. And the big thing is, you do promote, flying safely, and that's a big thing that we, when I say we, I mean the South Florida Drone Meetup. We promote that as much as we can. And we also promote it on the Fly for Fun show and on this show. Because you hate to see reckless pilots out there.
Yeah. Well, it hurts us all. It's like, when we talking about Part 107, and most everybody's got their license by now, when you're going through that, or even the trust test these days, they talk about the hazardous attitudes. And one of the big ones is, the whole thing of not wanting to, abide by the rules. And one of the ways that we're supposed to get across and around that is to say, you know what, the people that are out there that are making these rules, they really are out there to try to, give us more free reign. And over the years, since I got my 107 in 2016, they have really opened this thing up. It used to be very restricted, and we were waiting for our turn. And slowly but surely it has gotten there, and it's getting better all the time. So when I see new guys coming in, just getting their 107, and they're complaining that, oh, we've got so many rules against this, they don't know where we came from and the long trip we took to get here and where we're heading, where the future is going to be with this.
Right. I mean,
Actually, I had an interesting question for you, given you
Yeah.
mentioned the FAA trust.
Sure.
Are you setting up like a small little lab for the kids to go over and actually do the trust test during this event?
Yeah, in the event, we have a whole classroom that's going to be dedicated to twice during the event, once in the morning and once in the afternoon. They will be there will be a classroom teacher in there that is 107 rated and runs his own class down in Manatee County. He's coming up because I can't do it. I would have done it, love to have done it. But because I'm running the show, I had to get another teacher in. So this guy's going to come in and he's going to walk people through the whole program and help people get their trust. So if they didn't know where to go,
be great.
Right. If they didn't know where to go to log in or didn't understand, and it had just become so ominous and scary, we're going to walk them through, help them step by step to get their trust, and then print it out for them. We're going to print it out for them right there so they have it on site, so then they can walk straight from there and go right over to Florida Drone Supplies, booth over there and fly a drone, fly a commercial grade drone.
That's awesome. That is awesome. It really is, Willis.
Yeah. And we're gonna show people how to register their drones too. He's gonna further that and extend off of that to show people the drone zone, show them how to get onto it and what to do when you get there. And so take some of the fear factor out, take some of that mountain that you have to climb to get there out, and show people it's really easy. It's simple to get to.
Just stick with the under 250 if you're a newbie.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, Trucker Steve, how you doing? Good to see you.
Yeah, get that.
Until you get used to the community, just stay under 250 for a little while.
Get that mini.
I wanted to make this announcement before Bob Casey left. I don't know if he's listening, but Bob Casey has agreed, just to let everybody know, to donate one of his beautiful custom-made American flags. He does these wooden flags, Willis, and they are beautiful. And Bob was gracious enough to donate one again as a raffle prize for the 4th annual South Florida Drone Meetup.
Would that by chance be what's behind your head over there?
Well, that's very similar. That's the thin blue line flag, which represents the support the police. You know that. I think most people know that.
I don't know, Ray. Did you know I was ex-law enforcement myself?
No. We never talked about that. When were you on and where?
God, I don't even want to say. 1991 and Pinellas County area. I was with the Kenneth City and Gulfport police departments between 91 and 96.
No, well, that's good. Thank you for your service there.
Well, I heard you were also law enforcement. Is that correct?
Yeah. I did 30 years in law enforcement. Yeah,
geez.
Time flies, thank you. But I've been retired for 20.
Well, thank you for your prior service, sir.
Well, thanks. But Reese, you also teach the kids and run the cadet program, is it, at the school? Tell us about that.
Well, we have a Civil Air Patrol program at the school, and we started out, I was just teaching aerospace engineering, and I talked to them about my licenses and all the credentials that I carried coming in the door. And they said, wow, we could do some more things with that and then involve the kids and interest them in aviation. So I started teaching a drone after school program, which melded into a drone in school program where they're actually getting a grade for it. And we picked up the USI, which is the Unmanned Safety Institute. We picked up their curriculum and we started teaching it. And along with that comes their certification. They have an industry-rated drone certification. If you come to the program, you can meet with them. They're going to be on hand at the Sunshine State Drone Expo. So they come every year. And anyhow, we've actually got on the youngest student in the world on record that has an industry certification with the USI now as a result of our program. And then it exploded out of that drone program into a manned aviation program. We now have a full simulator lab. It's really crazy. And I don't know, Ray, that you got a chance to visit that lab last year when you were here with us. But this year, if you didn't, you need to stop in. I'll take you over there myself.
I will. Definitely. Yeah. I'm looking forward to it. I really am.
Yeah, get a hold of me and remind me, and we'll get you over there.
But I'll have to say, Thank you, everybody, for watching tonight. I told you Willis Reese would be an awesome guest. And then we had a surprise guest, too, tonight with
I just
Rod,
like to
Hot
tell you,
Rod
stay
in
in New York.
Daytona.
Stay up in New York. Keep the snow up there. It's already bad enough down here. Don't bring it with you.
But Rod, he's been at the first 3 South Florida drone meetups, and he is an expert, experienced drone pilot, and it's always good to see him.
I don't
And
know.
now
that-
he's into
I don't know about
FPV
that.
now.
I started with the Air 2. That was my first drone, was the Air 2. So only 3 years.
But what's your favorite drone now?
What's my favorite drone now? The one I'm flying in the simulator.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Whatever I'm flying in the simulator, because I don't have to repair it.
That's another thing. If you really enjoy simulating, you know, they've got we've got Little Arms coming up, which they make the Zephyr simulator for drones. And there's a couple of other programs that are coming. AMA, I think, might be doing a simulation, and a couple other programs that are going to be at the Sunshine State Drone Expo will have simulation, so you can come and fly simulator. You can come and fly real drones. You can watch all the crazy stuff that's going on the stage. Ray, do you remember the gentleman that came last year, Lewis, and he flew the helicopter and the fixed wing RC plane?
Yeah, right. Yeah,
Well, he's
great.
coming back. He's coming back, and he's got something to prove this year, because last year he broke his helicopter on our field, and so this year he's going to come. And that guy makes you second guess physics. Okay, the stuff he does with that helicopter.
I was amazed. I was amazed the way he was flying it.
I watched that and I'm like, what did you just do? Like, that is insane. So yeah, he's going to be back, and he's got more to prove this year.
Well, I got to say thank you to Ronnie. Ronnie is going to donate a rustic Betsy Ross flag to the meetup. So thank you, Ronnie.
Nice.
We really appreciate that. And we got a drone celebrity in the chat, just to let everybody know. Johnny Drone Flyers watching. How you doing, Johnny? Good to see you. And did I say hello to Trucker Steve and Bud Bieber? How you doing, Bud? You know, it's hard to keep an eye out on the chat. And if anybody has any questions for Willis or Rod, you know, put them in the chat. I'll try to keep an eye out. But I'm really, like I said, I've said it 3 times, I think, already. I'm looking forward to the Sunshine State Drone Expo. I really am, Willis.
Yeah, I mean, if you were going to spend any time to come to something and you were going to drive, I know most of the people that are involved with you are out of South Florida, but if you're going to take some time to drive up to St. Pete for any other reason, or if you're a manned pilot and you've got the time to fly up and land there at Albert Whitted, this is the time. It's worth it. I think it's going to be bigger and it's going to be crazier than last year. And I thought last year was pretty darn tight, but this is going to be insane. I think we've got a lot of stuff. We're at least double in size from last year. And we sent out 500,000 emails through the FAA SPAN system. Some of you may have actually gotten an email in reference to this through the FAA. And then, of course, we've been pumping it up on every single drone channel that we can find on Facebook. So if you see it out there, communicate with us. If you have questions, by all means, get with us and let us know. But all you got to do is seriously just Google Sunshine State Drone Expo. It's the first thing that comes up.
Well, again, while you were in the back room enjoying the shrimp and lobster, I showed a little of my video that I shot there last year, and it really was a great event. You know.
Yeah, like I said, I'm excited to do it again this year. I'm already geared up to prep for round 4. So we got a lot of people that are already promising to be there for December 6th of the following year.
Well, Trucker Steve has a great question. He wants to know when it is, what time, location. So tell him.
So it's December 2nd. It's a Saturday. It's the first Saturday of December. It's from 9 in the morning until 5 at night, or 5 in the p.m. We're going to open the doors at 8:45 for folks to come in and take a seat on the stands. We're going to open it there. The band's going to come out and play. We're going to have our cadets are going to bring the colors and present the colors. The mayor of St. Petersburg is going to give a speech, And we've got another business owner that's going to give a quick keynote, and then I'm going to open the thing. All of that will take about 15 minutes. So 9 o'clock ish, we're going to have it open. It's going to be at Azalea Middle School, which is at 7855 22nd Avenue North in St. Petersburg. But I don't expect you to be able to write that quick. If you just simply Google Sunshine State Drone Expo, it's the first thing that's going to come up on your Google. There is our webpage that has the address, it has the times, it has the lists of everything that's going on. There's another sub list. So underneath the flyer that's on there, if you click the button, you can literally go to the page and see where we're changing things, where it's very fluid as new stuff is signing on, and where, maybe we're having cancellations. Any of that stuff is all in that document, and it's very fluid. So, keep checking back. We don't have a rain day scheduled. So, if it did happen to rain, we will cancel, but that's on that webpage is where you would want to know. And we're going to be checking the METARs and the TAFs the night before to see where we're at. I'm already looking at the 28-day out weather forecast. And right now, almost every single weather forecast is showing sun and a smooth day for that event. Now, I'm going to knock on wood because we're so far out yet. Is some of the weather forecasts are showing possible rain for the day after. And I just don't want that to somehow or another move a day forward and end up on our day. But it was beautiful the last few years, that we've done it, and we're expecting the same again.
Well, hopefully the weather cooperates, and there's no doubt it's going to be a great event. But I do have a little format, and I do give a little tip of the week. Nothing real fancy. This week's tip is just always check your batteries for swelling, and make sure they're in there securely when you insert them into the drone. And like I said, I found out that I had 2 swollen batteries in my Air 2 when I was down in Florida in June, and I'm going to have to replace them. But anyway, that's a little tip I have. Willis, do you have any drone tips, or one drone tip for these viewers?
Oh man, have a good pre-flight inspection, figured out. And, if something should ever go wrong and you have a tight, real good pre-flight inspection that you check off every time you fly, then even if you were called before a tribunal or a court or something like that, and you were able to show that here's what we do, this is what I use every time I fly, it's very comprehensive, it covers all the stuff that you really need to make sure is ready to go before you fly. Nobody could really hold your feet to the flame, I think, if you're doing the right things and you can prove it. I always say document. That's the 3 Ds to, CYA, which is cover your assets, right? So if you're covering your assets, you got 3 Ds, and that's document.
Good. What about you, Rod? You got a tip for the viewers?
Yeah, maybe a piece of advice if you find a swelled battery. So my Air 2, I ended up with batteries like that, and I used the Amazon Renewed and got some off of there, and those batteries are great. So if you do get into one of those and you're looking for a less expensive option, look at Amazon Renewed for almost everything.
Okay,
wow,
good.
And you don't see a big difference in the time on those? They're flying. Oh, that's excellent.
Hey, we got Sky Control Productions watching. He's watching all the way out in Hawaii.
Wow.
Very good. Thanks for coming in. But I do also show a couple of, well, at least one view of video. So I'd like to do that now because I thought this video was cool. And Paul Brown, he is an excellent pilot up in Massachusetts, but he took a trip to Lake Winnipesaukee, and he said that I could show this video. So, Paul, thank you. This is great. Look at this. What a great place to fly. The soundtrack, I love it.
Paul does a great job of editing.
He does. And if you're not subscribed to Wedget Big, please do it now. But Paul, you are one of the best. And he usually
see his
incorporates
edit he
FPV,
did to
but
Buds?
he didn't do it in this one.
Yeah, did you see the edit he did to Bud's video for last night's show?
Very nice, Paul. Very nice. I'm sorry, Rod. I couldn't hear you with the music.
Oh, I was gonna say, did you see the edit that Paul did to Bud's video?
Oh
last
yeah,
night?
that was great.
That was hilarious.
I know.
Absolutely
I
hilarious.
know.
Now I'm sick. I want one of those houses on that lake.
Years ago, when I had a TV fishing show, I produced one of the episodes up on that lake, and it was fantastic. It really was. The fishing on that lake is great. But anyway, another video I have is from Randy Props, Mad Props Media, and he's another great drone pilot. And his video I thought was very, very cool. So let's just take a look at this for a little bit. And I like the way he does his videos too, because he incorporates a lot of narration in them and teaching. He really knows how to fly FPV. Very cool, Randy. I find FPV flying so interesting. I don't do it. Tried it a couple of times, but I flew it like a GPS drone. But look at this. Roddy, you enjoying FPV?
Yes.
I know you
The
are.
Avada was the stepping stone.
Now, Willis, do you fly FPV at all?
I have never done it yet, but I'm just chomping at the bit to get to try it.
But look at the way Randy zips around here. Through the gazebos, around the trees. Very, very cool, Randy.
See, I've always been worried that camera lens will, fake me out and make me believe I've got more space than I do.
I know. Very, very cool. Thanks for letting me show it, Randy.
Yeah, I lost $1,500 with a drone going over the top of a tree one time with a little sprig that I could not see on the camera. It didn't look like it was anything. It didn't look like it was anywhere near the camera or the drone, and it caught the bottom of the landing gear and flipped it upside down. And with a DJI,
Spoiled your whole day.
that was it. It came down from the top of that tree and banged every single branch on the way down, and then hit the road and smashed into bits.
Yeah. I don't know if I said hello to Will, Mill City Sky. How you doing, Will? How you doing? Hey, we got Bill. Bill's in the house. Metro Drones. Good to see you, Bill.
That's why to fly let's see here. What all can we fly with the goggles? So the Mavic 3, or all the Mavic 3s you can fly with the goggles. The Mini,
the minis, yeah.
The Mini 3, not Mini 4.
Right.
I haven't made Mini 4 compatible yet, but the Air 3 is compatible with the goggles. So if you wear the DJI goggles that come with the Avada, you could see that little twig. I'm telling you, you wouldn't have hit the twig.
Okay, that's good to know. But anyway,
Yeah,
Lady
that is
K,
good to
UK, Lady Flyer, UK, how you doing? But anyway, the other thing I do, and I forgot to do it, we ran out of time last week, is to do the contest for the monthly giveaway, which is a Adventures with Capt Ray Kelly hat this month. So it's time to put in your lucky numbers. You guys don't know what they are. So pick a number between 1 and 50, and you guys are eligible too. And we'll see who gets it first. So, and it's always fun to do a little giveaway on the show. I don't see no numbers going in. Usually they're flying by.
I
Here
can't
they
see
go.
it.
Here they go. Now they're flying. Okay. And I usually miss it. I'll try to keep an eye out for it. And somebody got it. Where'd it go? I saw it. Somebody got it. It went by so quick. Who got number 36, guys? Rather than me try to scroll back. Somebody had number 36. That was the lucky number.
Oh wow.
But anyway.
I was honestly going to guess 37, but I couldn't. It said I had to join the chat through YouTube, I guess, or something. So,
I don't know. It's hard for me to scroll back. But anyway, congratulations, and I'll double check who it was. Let me see if I can find it real quick. 36. Who got it?
35, 32. 39.
Usually, yeah, Brad Ariels. Hey, congratulations, Gary. All right, very good. So
rigged.
Yeah, I know. So Warren, Akirasha will put in rigged. That's for sure. Hey, Charlie's watching. Drone Psych. How you doing, Charlie? Good to see you. But anyway, and everybody in the chat, if you're not subscribed to Hot Rod in Daytona, please do it now before the stream ends. And Willis, do you have a YouTube channel?
I do, and I don't use it yet. So, and we just created a new one for the Sunshine State Drone Expo, and we haven't put anything on there either yet, but it's just because I'm so busy. But I imagine after we have the event, I'm going to have a lot of people that are going to be, sharing video. We'll definitely be posting some stuff eventually on there.
All right. Well, that's good. But I want to say thank you, Willis. I know you had a little trouble getting on. Usually it's pretty easy. You do a little quick click and you're on.
Yeah, last time it was nothing. And like I said, I think the computer had memorized the previous link or something, because it kept telling me it was over. Where it's telling me now in the corner here, live stream, and it's giving me the minutes.
Your browser had it cached.
It was saying it was ended. And I'm like, and then I said, you know what? I'm going to kill everything. Came back in, and there we were. So.
Okay. Well, thank you. Thank you, Willis, for being on tonight. You were a great guest, and I'm looking forward to the Sunshine State Drone Expo. I really can't wait. I'm very excited. I'm like a little kid,
Captain Ray, I'm so thankful that you had me come on and that you're supportive of this event. And so we appreciate you giving us the time to talk about it tonight and everything. That's really awesome of you. Thanks.
And Rod, now's the time for you to promote your channel a little bit,
It's kind of sort of on hold because I'm practicing FPV. I'm trying to learn how to fly, although at the moment I can't fly for real because the weather is terrible. Even for an FPV drone, 30-mile-an-hour winds is not. Yeah, that's not what I want to be flying in.
That's over in Daytona this week.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
There's one of those low pressure fronts that are hanging from Texas to Florida.
I've always noticed
we're kind of right at that line.
I've gone over that way, Patrick Space Force Base, and that whole area. The winds are always high coming off the water there.
Yep.
Well, I got to say thank you again to Ronnie. God bless America. And I'll show that video. Not tonight. We're out of time tonight. But I will definitely show it next week, Ronnie. That's for sure. But I want to say thank you to both of you. And I want to say thank you to everybody in the chat for watching tonight. Monday night's a busy night at 7 p.m. Duranify is on with usually Genesee and Brad. They do a live stream. Pilot Institute switched their time this week, I think. He
was on like right now.
Yeah, he went on at 6 instead of 7. So, and then we got the Grumpy Vlogger at 8 with Lloyd Mendenhall. And then, of course, Drone Nation at 9 o'clock tonight. And don't forget to watch the Fly for Fun show on Wednesday. Johnny and I have a great show lined up with Eddie Nunez and Jeff Norman as our special guests. So, but the most important thing, guys, is get out there, fly for fun, but fly safely. So we'll see you again next week. And thank you, guys. You guys were great guests. And we're going to enjoy the shrimp and lobster in the back room now.